Well, hello, Algebra 1. Today we are moving on to 1.4, graphing and writing inequalities. An inequality is a statement that two quantities are not equal. It could mean that A is less than B. This is our less than symbol per se. It could be that A is greater than B, greater than. It could be that A is less than or equal to B, less than or equal to. That little sign tells me it's or equal to. A is greater than or equal to B. This is our greater than or equal to sign. As long as it's saying that A is not equal to B. This is just meaning not equal to B. So an inequality simply says that A is not equal to B, but A can be less than, greater than, less than, equal to, or greater than or equal to. The solution of an inequality is any value of the variable that makes that inequality true. In order to solve, we're going to treat the inequality symbol just like we would an equal sign. And then we solve by isolating the variable. So we have 2p is greater than 8, just like the equal sign. I would get p by itself by dividing both sides by 2. And then p, keep that sign, is greater than 8 divided by 2, which is 4. You want to read it in terms of the variable. So in this case, p is greater than 4. So p is greater than 4. I would not say 4 is less than p, but always p is greater than 4. If I look at number 2, this is an addition sign. So we have 9 is less than or equal to x plus 3. Well, to get x by itself, we know we do the opposite of addition. We would subtract 3 on both sides. So that 6 is less than or equal to x. Boom. Now, when we're writing this, when we're saying this, as we are done, our answer is x is greater than or equal to 6. Whenever we read it, we say x is, p is. Always lead with the variable. So that's how we solve, like we would any other day. We solve an inequality. Now to graph an inequality, first we're going to solve it. Then we're going to draw the number line and label it. The solution must be on the number line. At that number line, we're going to have a circle, either an open circle or a closed circle. All right, so we have B is less than negative 1.5. B is all by itself. The left side is simplified and the right side, so there's nothing to really solve. So then I'm going to graph this inequality. I'm going to put my solution on the number line. Doesn't matter what else is there, but the solution has got to be on the number line. And then I'm going to think, do I have an open circle? Less than or greater than? This will give us an open circle. Or will I have a closed circle? The less than or greater than, or the equal, greater than or equal to, those will be in closed circle. Or it could actually be a bracket. Open circle or parentheses, closed circle or a bracket. So because my sign is less than, I'm going to have a open circle on that negative 1.5. And then maybe to the right, you want to put negative 1.4 and negative 1.6. I'm okay with that as long as your answer, the solution, 1.5, is on the number line. So this is where it's important. B is less than negative 1.5. And so if it's less than, we're going to draw the arrow to the left. Come on down here. Oh, I do have it here. So step 4, you're going to draw an arrow in the direction. Less than, less is going to go to the left. Greater than, the is going to go to the right. Because we're saying every number greater than, bigger than, or every number less than. And then you want to substitute to check your solution. So that means, here I am, going to the left. If B is less than negative 1.5, that includes negative 50, negative 5 million, negative 500. It is literally every number that is lower than negative 1.5. If, number 2, 8 is greater than or equal to 8, I'm going to look and I'm going to put 8 on the number line. I don't care what other number is there, but the solution 8 must be on the number line. Then do you want to think, will you have an open circle or a closed circle? Well, because of the or equal to sign that's right here, it tells me I'm going to have a closed circle. And because R is greater than 8, my arrow's going to go to the right. So R is any number greater than 8. It could be 9. It could be 10. It could be 500. It could be 900. But R is greater than 8. Let's look at number 3. G is not by itself. So here I have a one-step equation I have to solve for. To get G by itself, I'm going to add 5 on both sides so that G is less than or equal to 11. I solved it. So now I'm going to graph it. On my number line, the solution must be there. So I'm going to put an 11 on here. I don't mind what else is there, but 11 must be on the number line because that's the solution. So then you think, look at your sign. Will I have an open circle or a closed circle? Well, G is less than or equal to, this or equal to sign tells me it's going to be a closed circle. Or a bracket. Let me actually put a bracket on this one. I'm going to go ahead and use the bracket. And then G is less than. So because G is less than or equal to less than, then my arrow is going to be going to the left. What is this saying? Every number less than or equal to 11 will work. So will 11 work? Yes. 11 is in fact equal to G. 10, yep, that's less than 11. 8, yes, that's less than 11. It will work. What about negative 500? Yes, that's less than 11. It will work. What about positive 500? No, that's greater than 11. That won't work. What about negative 50? That will work because it's less than or equal to 11. So every number down here will be fair game. Go ahead and pause, and I want you to try number 4 all by yourself. Let's see what you come up with. All right, now that you have tried it, to get M alone, you should have divided both sides by 5. So that 4 is greater than M, which means when you solve this and you want to write it, M is less than 4. That's my solution. M is less than 4. On my number line then, I must have the number 4. You could put your 5 and your 3, that's fine, but you must have the number 4. Now you look at your sign. Are you going to have an open circle or a closed circle? Because it's not or equal to, you could have an open circle or you can have a parentheses. You don't need both, but it depends on which one you use. I wanted you to see the parentheses as well. So if m is less than 4, that means my arrow is going to go to the left. M is less than 4. M is every number lower than 4. So it could be 0. It could be negative 552. It could be negative a million. Doesn't matter as long as it's less than 4. Keep in mind, 4 is not a solution to this because it's not saying it could be equal to 4. It's saying that it must be less than 4. If you use the open circle, then you would just have put that to the side. Either of them are okay. You wouldn't see both. So now let's write the solution to this inequality. They didn't give me a variable, so I'm going to go ahead and use M for misread. So I know that my solution is negative 2, and I'm using a variable. So M, and then my solution, which is negative 2. So now I need to think, would it be less than? Is my M going to be less than or greater than that negative 2? Well, I see it going to the left, the arrow. Because this arrow is going to the left, I know that my M is going to be less than negative 2. And then it's a closed circle. So this is going to be less than or equal to negative 2. That's the solution. M is less than or equal to negative 2 because it's on the left side. Let's look at this one here with the parentheses. I see that my solution is at 2.5. You know what? Let me go with R. R for misread again. And my solution is 2.5. Well, here's my arrow is going to the left so that I know that R is less than 2.5. This is a parentheses. And so because it's a parentheses, it means that it's just the less than symbol and not a less than or equal to. So then my answer for this is R is less than 2.5. Let me go ahead and I'll try this one here because my arrow is going to the right. I know that I see a bracket. I'm going to go with R again for misread, and then my solution is 7. So it's R something and 7. I see the arrow going to the right. Because it's going to the right, I know that it's greater. So I know the R must be greater than 7. 8, 9, 10 is going in that direction. And then I want to look, this is a bracket, not a parentheses. So it must be greater than or equal to 7. Go ahead and pause and try out the next 1, 2, 3 by yourself. All right, now that you are back, on this next one up top, I'm just going to go from top to bottom. I see 20. Well, I know my solution then is 20. And I'm going to again use R for misread. And my solution is 20. I see that it's going to the right. So I know that this is greater. R is greater than 20. Open circle. So it's just greater than 20. On the next one here, going with R again for misread, and my solution is negative 4. I could tell from the number line. This is going to the left. So if it's going to the left, I know that R is less than. And this is an open circle, so R is just less than negative 4. On this one, this last one, using R again for misread, my solution is negative 40. I see this going to the left, so R is less than. It's a closed circle, so it's less than or equal to negative 40. So now that we have gotten that portion down, I want us to talk about how